guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So I have a little story for you guys today. My grandfather, I know that you've heard me speak of him before. He was my best friend, Grandpa Joe. Let's call him Gramps Joe's. He was so funny, and I used to see him every day. I spent a lot of time with him, talked to him every day. He would call me at work. I used to work for A&P, and I would be doing bookkeeping in the morning, and I'd have to get there really early, like 6 o'clock in the morning or 6:30, and he would call me, and I'd answer the phone. Oh, hello, A&P, and he'd be like, do you sell olive oil in the can? And I would be like, yeah, and he'd be like, well, you better let her out. Popeye's gonna get mad. Because my grandfather. And he was so funny. He was such a nice man. And the day he died was one of the worst days of my life. First of all, he was healthy as a horse, so we never thought, like I thought he was going to live to be 110. I really did. He had a massive heart attack, and they say that he died before he even hit the floor, which is the way that I would have wanted him to go, because I never would have wanted to see him suffer. I would not have wanted to see him have to give up driving or taking care of his house and his pool and doing the things that he loved. And he didn't. He, right up until the day he died, he was active, he was totally functioning, and he had a good life. So I can't, I can't feel sorry for that. I'm glad that he died the way he did and that he didn't suffer. He wasn't operated on, he didn't have any, terrible disease. But when someone dies that suddenly, it is a real hard thing to take, because I saw him every day. So for him to be gone, it was terrible. It was terrible. That whole year was really bad, but that started it off, and he died in January. And I remember my mother waking me up because I would be crying in my sleep. That's how bad it was. And it wasn't just me. It was my brother and my cousins. We loved him so much that I mean, it was unbelievable how much pain we were in after he died. And I had a lot of connections to him. One connection I didn't realize until I was much older. His mom died when he was very young. He was in his early 20s when she died, and she died suddenly. And he used to always talk about his mom, and I used to love to listen to his stories. He could tell me the same story over and over again, and I never got tired of listening to it. I just loved him. And his mom's name was Angelina. My mother's middle name was Angelina because she died while my grandmother was pregnant with my mother. My mother hated that name. I think it's pretty, but my mom hated it. She said it reminded her of an old lady. Well, maybe because it's common for old Italian ladies to be named Angelina and then also called Angie. So I don't know. She just didn't like it. Anyway, my mom died when I was very young too. So I kind of shared that with my grandfather, but I didn't realize that we were going to have that connection until much later. Anyway, my grandfather was my best friend. And after he died, we had a really hard time. I went out shopping because at that moment in time, I think that's how I kind of processed pain. I would just kind of numb myself with buying things. I always worked a lot, so I always had money coming in. I was working 2 jobs, full-time and part-time, but part-time I was pulling in 30 hours a week. So I was looking at a 70, 75-hour work week some weeks. So I had money coming in, and I went shopping with my boyfriend at the time. And when I got home and I was unpacking my stuff, and I'd gone to the mall. I was doing clothes shopping, makeup shopping, that kind of stuff. I found this in one of the bags. It's some kind of a sparkly silver candle. And I can't imagine what this was doing in the bag. How did this end up in the bag? Because it looks like it maybe came from a craft store. And like I said, my grandfather died in January. He died January 10th. So it was sometime after January 10th that I did this shopping. And this kind of looks like a Christmas thing. I don't know. But anyway, I always kept it, and I have it hanging on my wall because I feel like he sent it to me. And it's a candle. So what does a candle represent? Well, first of all, I'm surrounded by candles all the time. You know, candles are so magical. There's so much mystery to them, and they have so much energy. So for it to be a candle, and then it's silver and it's glitter and it's sparkling, like it just, I've always felt like he sent this to me. After my grandfather died, I had a really bad year. It was a really bad year, but I'm not going to get into all that. The next year, I had a dream. This could make me cry because it was so real. I had a dream that I was working in A&P and I was sweeping behind the desk, the courtesy desk. And you have to understand, I worked for A&P for a million years, so it was like my second home. My grandfather got me the job because he worked for A&P for like a million years. So we had that connection too. He was a butcher, I was a bookkeeper, front-end manager. But I started as a cashier. But I spent a lot of time in A&P. So I'm in this dream, I'm sweeping behind the desk. There's nobody in the store. And somebody touches me on my back shoulder, and I turn around, and it's my grandfather, and he's standing there with two angels next to him. I don't know who the angels are, but they were male angels. They had long hair, and they had big angel wings. And he said to me, this could make me cry. Hang on. I mean, we're talking like 20 years ago, and it's still. He said, I just came back to tell you everything is going to be okay. Because I can't leave knowing how upset you are. It's all gonna be okay now. The worst is over. He was right, because after that dream, everything got better. The dog doesn't like when I cry, but this is a good thing. It's a good cry. So after that dream, everything turned around and things started to get better. But I really believe that he came to me in that dream. I mean, I could see his eyes. I could see his face. I could see the angel standing with him. And I don't have dreams like that often. Every now and again. Here, pull it together. I don't have dreams like that often. So that was really something. So anyway, so like I've said before, if you see these signs, don't ignore them, because sometimes they are like people from the past trying to contact us or let us know they're okay, or let us know the worst is over and, you know, things are going to be okay. Okay. I knew I was going to cry. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like what we're doing here at the Magic Junk Drawer, don't forget to like and subscribe and share us. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please, I encourage you, comment below. Good, bad, or indifferent. We're open to it all. Thanks for watching. Bye.